Yeah, hi everyone, welcome to PrepFusion. So this is going to be our final video of vector calculus. So we started our journey from calculus, right? We first started with calculus, then we studied multiple integral, single integral, all these things we studied. Then we came to vector calculus. Now this is the final video of vector calculus. Here we are going to do integrations only mainly. Mainly integration we will do. Some questions of a differential calculus is also there. Like this question will be based on differential calculus. So my recommendation would be that you solve these questions on your own. Only questions are there, okay? 1, 2, 3. In the whole lecture, you would see question only. Only questions are there, nothing else. Okay, with respect to question, if there is 1-2 concept that we will clear, but mostly there are only questions in this video. So my recommendation would be that you have done enough practice now, you have studied enough concept now, you should be solving it on your own. If you are not able to solve, it is fine, but try solving it on your own. And try getting the correct approach. Like this question is very good. What is the first word that is written? The first word that is written is that a surface is integrated. A surface is integrated. So what a lot of people would do is that directly what they would do, they would try to calculate this particular thing. 2x plus 5y minus 3. Sir, a surface is integrated, no? So dx dy. This is what they would calculate. Is this correct? Is this correct? I am asking you, is this what they are asking? No, this is wrong. You did not even read the question. What they are asking, you need to integrate over the path which is containing all these points. Which is the path? This is the path. X plus 1 whole square plus y minus 1 square, and can I write it down as 2 to the power 1 by 4 to the power 2. So isn't it a circle? It is a circle of center minus 1 comma 1 with the radius of 2 to the power 1 by 4. Isn't it a circle? Yes, it is a circle with the center of minus 1 comma 1 and a radius of 2 to the power 1 by 4. It is not a disk. There is no surface given. You are moving over a line. You are moving over a line. You are moving over a circle. You are moving over a circle whose, like I am making a rough diagram, okay? The point will be somewhere here. This kind of circle is there. So you are moving over a circle with the center minus 1 comma 1 and the radius is also given. So on this circle you are moving. In which direction they did not tell, and then you will have to use the options. Okay, all options are positive, so you need to get your answer in positive only. So direction they did not tell, but this is something you are not supposed to calculate just because the surface is mentioned. This is just a function. The 2x plus 5y minus 3 is just a function. You need to calculate this function over a surface. Sorry, over a closed line. Is that understandable to you? So what you are supposed to calculate? You are supposed to calculate this 2x plus 5y minus 3 dot dl. Sir, it is mentioned usually, sir, what we used to study about 8 dot dl. Sir, this is what we used to study, 8 dot dl. So after solving 8 dot dl, this is what you are getting. This is what they are saying. After solving 8 dot dl, no, you are getting 2s plus 5y minus 3 dl. What will be your dl? So dl will be nothing but, sir, I need to move in x direction as well, and I am moving in the y direction as well. So it will be combination of x direction and y direction. But here only one variable I will have to introduce. Here only one variable I will have to introduce. Like only one direction I can introduce. I cannot introduce both direction. Dx I cap plus dy j cap. This I cannot introduce. Why is that so? Because here they have given me a scalar quantity. So what I will do? What do you think? I will go to the polar coordinate system. If I am moving on this circle, is my radius constant? What I will do is that I will assume x as minus 1 plus r cos theta. This kind of question we have already solved. X I am assuming as minus 1 plus r cos theta, and y I am assuming as 1 plus r sin theta. This is what I am assuming, right? Basically, let me make the bigger circle which was having a center at minus 1 comma 1, and the radius is r. Center at minus 1 comma 1 and the radius is r. Right? So what is the value of x? X I am assuming as minus 1 plus r cos theta, and y I am assuming as 1 plus r sin theta. This is what I am assuming. Right? So if I am moving on this particular circle, what is the value of r? Sir, r is constant. That is equals to 2 to the power 1 by 4. That is constant, sir. On this circle, when you are moving, sir, you are not talking about the surface area. When you are moving on the circle, sir, r equals to 2 to the power 1 by 4. That is constant, sir. So what is the value of x? Sir, the value of x will become 2 to the power 1 by 4 cos theta, and here 2 to the power 1 by 4 sin theta. And let me know in which direction are you moving. Sir, I am moving in the direction of theta. Sir, r is constant. I am only moving in the direction of theta. And how much do you move in the direction of theta? Do you remember? Sir, in the direction of r we move dr. in the direction of theta, sir, we move r d theta. In the direction of z, sir, we move dz. Sir, in the direction of rho, we move rho d phi. Do you remember all these things? So in the direction of r, how much do we move? In the direction of theta, how much do we move? So let's just say I was at angle theta. Let's just say, sir, I was at angle theta. So in the direction of theta, if I am moving, in the direction of theta, if I am moving, then I will reach at this particular place. In the direction of theta, if I am moving, then I will reach at this particular place. So how much I have moved? I have moved for d theta. And what is the radius? Radius is r. So how much I have moved? I have moved for r d theta. So in the direction of theta, when I move, I am moving for r d theta. And value of r is constant, which is r is nothing but 2 to the power 1 by 4. So when I am moving in the direction of theta, I am moving 2 to the power 1 by 4 d theta. This much movement I am doing. So what is my dl? 2 to the power 1 by 4 d theta. Do I know the value of x? Yes, I know the value of x. I know the value of y? Yes, I know the value of y. Minus 3 and dl is also there. So let's solve it. 2 minus 1 plus r cos theta plus 5 1 plus r sin theta minus 3 dot everything will be dot product with r d theta. What is that? 2 to the power 1 by 4 d theta. 2 to the power 1 by 4 d theta. Okay, with theta going from 0 to 2 pi. Theta going from 0 to 2 pi. And you are supposed to solve this integral now. So minus 2, 2r cos theta, 5r sin theta, minus 2 plus 5 will be plus 3 and minus 3 will be gone. So 2 to the power 1 by 4 will come outside. 2 to the power 1 by 4 will come outside. 2r cos theta plus 5r sin theta. 2r cos theta. And value of r is constant here, right? In place of r, I should put a constant value, which is 2 to the power 1 by 4. Are you able to understand this point? Because value of r when I am moving on the line, that is constant, 2 to the power 1 by 4. So 2 into 2 to the power 1 by 4. 2 into 2 to the power 1 by 4. 2r cos theta plus 5r sin theta. 5 into 2 to the power 1 by 4. 5 into 2 to the power 1 by 4 sin theta. 2 to the power 1 by 4 is already outside dot d theta. You are integrating from theta equals to 0 to 2 pi. Let me know what will be the integration of this. Sir, from 0 to 2 pi, cos will give 0 area. From 0 to 2 pi, sir, sin will also give the 0 area only. So what is the answer? 0. So luckily, this question was framed in an easier manner actually. Basically, here both of them, here minus 2 plus 5, they got cancelled out. If they were not getting cancelled out, no, then this question would have become interesting. Those who have calculated this particular thing, no, they are also getting the answer to be 0 only. Luckily, they got it correct. They did not even understand the meaning of this question. Surface they have seen, they have calculated this particular thing. What they would do, in place of x, they will replace minus 1 plus r cos theta. In place of y, they will replace 1 plus r sin theta. Minus 3 will remain as it is. Dx dy they will put r dr d theta. This is what they would do. Dx dy they would put as r dr d theta. X they would put, y they would put. They will also get the answer to be 0 only. Luckily, only luckily they got the correct answer. If here in place of 5, if I would have put 4, then the question would become interesting. Okay, although it is a gate PYQ, there people got lucky. Okay, but if I want to make it interesting, then minus 2 plus 5 minus 3, they are getting cancelled out. I would not cancel them out. I would give a constant factor. So answer would come out to be something different. Are you able to understand this point? Okay, so always understand the meaning of the question, what they are saying. In which direction are you moving? Are you moving on a surface or are you moving on a line? Everything we need to consider. Okay, so it was a good question. That's why I picked it up. Luckily, a lot of people have got it correct, but they did not understand the depth of this question. Let's go to the next one. AR is the unit radial vector in spherical coordinate system. Which of the following value of n, the divergence of radial vector field FR is independent of R. So here this capital R they are representing, no, that is your position vector, nothing else. Okay, this is your position vector. And what is your function? The function is nothing but r to the power minus n, 1 by r to the power n, r to the power minus n, r cap. They have mentioned AR, right? So AR is nothing but r cap only. So this is the function that they are saying. And what they are saying, the divergence is independent of r. Divergence of this, divergence of FR they are talking about. Is it a vector field? Surely it is a vector field. What is this? R to the power minus n will be a scalar value and r cap is the constant. What is r to the power n? What is r? R is nothing but under root x square plus y square plus z square. This is the scenario. Now you need to calculate its divergence. So can I write it down in this manner? R to the power minus n. what your r cap could be written as? R cap could be written as r vector divided by magnitude of r. So it could be written as r to the power minus n minus 1 r vector. So this is what I am supposed to calculate. This is the scalar quantity. Do you remember? Del dot f a vector. F comes outside. Del dot a. Del will say that I will treat f and then dot a vector. So del dot r to the power minus n minus 1 r cap. So r to the power minus n minus 1 del dot r cap plus del f r vector, right? Del dot r is 3 only. This would be r to the power minus n minus 2 r cap. I hope you remember this, right? Del any function of r. First you differentiate, then put r cap. So I have differentiated it and then I have put r cap. I hope you remember this formula. First I differentiated it. What will be the differentiation? And n minus 1 comes in front, n minus 1 minus 2, r minus 1 minus 2. R cap I will put, then dot product with r vector. So r cap dot r vector. Do you remember what was the result of this? R cap dot r vector. That was nothing but r only, right? If you don't want to remember it, then simply you can do this is r cap. R vector would be written as r cap. So r cap will become 1. This is nothing but r only. So this will give you the result of r. So what you will be getting here? R to the power minus n minus 1. So eventually the result that we are getting is 3 r to the power minus n minus 1. 3 r to the power minus n minus 1. This is r only. So r to the power minus n minus 1 again. So plus minus n here, minus 1 here, minus n here, minus 1 here. This will become r to the power minus n minus 1 because this is r only. So it will become r to the power minus n minus 1. So you take r to the power minus n minus 1 as common. What you are getting? 2 minus n inside. 3 minus 1 will be 1 only. 2 minus n inside you are getting r to the power minus n minus 1. So this is your gradient you are getting. This is the gradient that you are getting. They are saying this is, sorry, not the gradient, sorry. This is the divergence that you are getting. This is the divergence that you are getting. What they want? R to the power minus n minus 1. R to the power minus n minus 1 you take common. So this will become, here it will become 2 minus 1. Yeah. So what do they want? They want the divergence should be independent of r. It should not be a function of r. What does that mean? It should not be a function of this. It should not be a function of this variable. What does that mean? What I will do? I will put n minus 2 equals to 0. If I put this as equals to 0, what is the divergence you are getting? If I put n minus 2 equals to 0, then sir, divergence of fr will come out to be 0, which will not be a function of r. Which will not be a function of r. That's it. This is what I want. That means what should be the value of n? Value of n should be 2. This is the answer. So answer is value of n should be 2. Okay, it was considered as a good question when it came in the examination hall, but since we know this particular property, no, then everything is a cakewalk for us. This property we already know that f you take outside, then del dot a, then del will say that I will deal with f, then dot product with a. Okay, so similarly you solve it, you got the answer. Okay, let's go to the next question. This was also considered a very good question, but we know everything about it. Read the question and try doing it on your own. I am telling you, you already know everything about it. Every single thing you know. f1, f2, f3 will be the function of x, y, z. Suppose that every given pair of a, b in the space, the line integral f1 dx, f2 dx, f3 dz evaluates to the same value along the path c that starts from a and ends at b. What you can conclude about vector field f? First of all, you let me know what is your vector field f. So vector field f is given as f1 I cap. I hope you are able to understand this thing. f1 I cap plus f2 j cap plus f3 k cap. Sir, when I calculated f dot dl for a to b, first I calculated f dot dl from a to b for c1 path. Then I calculated f dot dl a to b for c2 path. Sir, no matter whichever the path I was taking, they were all coming equal. What does that mean? That means, sir, vector field f is conservative. And if your vector field f is conservative, if vector field f is conservative, then what you can say? So del cross f is 0. This is the first thing I can say. Now what is your del cross f? So del cross f could be given as, now although you need to read the options now. So first thing I have understood that f is conservative, del cross f is 0. Then which of the following statement is true? For every closed path, the closed line integral will be 0. Is that correct? If vector field f is conservative, then sir, for closed path f dot dl for any closed path will be equals to 0. Yes sir. What this is? This is f dot dl only. This is nothing but f dot dl only. What is dl? dl is dx I cap plus dy j cap plus dz k cap. What is your f dot dl? I am just simply writing here what is your f dot dl. So dl is dx I cap dy j cap dz k cap. So f1 dx, f2 dy, f3 dz. So here what you are going to put f1 dx, f2 dy, f3 dz, that will come out to be 0. Is that statement correct? Absolutely correct. Now what they are saying, there exists a differentiable scalar function small f such that this thing. What they are saying? They are saying that if del cross f is 0, this is the first statement. Second statement is, if del cross f is 0, then can I write down f as gradient of some other function phi? Now in place of phi, what they have given, the scalar field as f. So can I write it down in this manner? I hope you remember two null identities. Sir, your CG is 0, your DC is 0. Divergence of curl is 0, curl of gradient is 0. Curl of gradient is 0. So curl is 0, that means f is gradient of something else. So f will be equals to gradient of f. I hope this you already know. Now the vector field f, now what this could be written as? What is your f? F is nothing but sir, f1 I cap plus f2 j cap plus f3 k cap. This is my capital F. And what this divergence could be written as? So this could be written as del y del x f I cap del y f j cap del y del z f k cap. This is what it could be written as. This is gradient of f. So del f by del x I cap plus del f by del y j cap plus del f by del z k cap. So f1 will be equals to del f by del x. f1 will be equals to del f by del x. f2 will be equals to del f by del y. f2 will be equals to del f by del y. And f3 will be equals to del f by del z. f3 will be equals to del f by del z. Yes, correct. What this is? Doesn't make any sense. What this is telling you actually? This is simply telling you that divergence of f is 0. Isn't it divergence of f? Calculate the divergence of f. Calculate the divergence of f. If you calculate the divergence of f, what that would be? So del y del x I cap f I cap. So del f1 by del x plus del f2 by del y plus del f3 by del z. That is equals to 0. Is that correct? Divergence of f equals to 0. Is that correct? No. Doesn't make any sense. No. Curl of f is 0. Curl of f is 0. Divergence of f is not 0. Curl of f is 0. So curl of f is 0. Curl of f is 0. Divergence of f is not 0. This is wrong. Curl of f is 0. This is correct. Right? Now next what they are saying? They are doing something with function f only. That means I need to put curl of f equals to 0. So if I put curl of f equals to 0, so let's do it on the next page only. So curl of f is 0 only. I need to do curl of f equals to 0. So first I am calculating curl of f. How it will look like? I cap, j cap, k cap, I cap, j cap, k cap, del y del x, del y del y, del y del z. This will be f1 here. क्या हो गया भाई? f2 here and f3 here would be equated to 0. So what you will be getting? I cap del f3 by del y, del f3 by del y minus del f2 by del z minus j cap del f3 by del x minus del f1 by del z plus k cap del f2 by del x minus del f1 by del y equals to 0. So from here what I can conclude? This particular thing has to be 0, this particular thing has to be 0, and this particular thing also has to be 0. This has to be 0, this has to be 0, and this has to be 0. That means del f3 by del y would be equals to del f2 by del z. So you can simply match this option. This option will come out to be true only. Okay. f1 f3 zx, f1 f3 zx. Next f2 f1 xy, f2 f1 xy, f2 f1 xy. Yes. So third option is also correct. So this was a good question. Always I believed that one good question should be coming from the property of a conservative field, and in 2024 it came actually. Okay, always I believe that this is one of the most beautiful concept of vector calculus, which is the conservative field. Vector calculus and the calculus that we studied for real variables. If there is something which can make difference, then this is the topic. Because in the multiple integral, no, you never study about conservative field and all, right? The calculus of real variable I am talking about. Let's just say someone has studied calculus of real variables. Let's just say someone has studied calculus of real variables, and this question is coming. If he only know this thing, no, if he only knows this thing, then he will be able to solve. If he has studied calculus of real variables, he did not study vector calculus. If he only knows this thing, then will he be able to solve? Yes, sir. He already know that in DL direction how much do you move. He already know x what I need to take, y what I need to take. Job done. He will be able to solve. Minimum concept of vector calculus. But this is the pure vector calculus, no? This is pure vector calculus. This is also pure vector calculus. This is also pure vector calculus. This is also pure vector calculus. So conservative field is one of the important topic, or one of the most interesting topic, at least for me. Okay, which actually differentiate between vector calculus and the calculus of real variables. Okay, so yeah, that's the scenario. This was a good question, but we knew everything, that first conservative field is there, closed line integral will be 0, del cross f will be equals to 0, f could be replaced as a gradient of some other scalar field. From there we got these answers. So in that manner we can solve this question. Let's go to the next one. Try solving this one on your own. Okay, you might get frustrated over this question, but let's just say this question has come in your examination. This is a GATE UIQ only, in recent year only it has come. This has come in your examination. What you will do? You need to solve this question. It is in front of your screen. 1 mark. You feel like that, sir, it is a easy question. Sir, I need to calculate closed line integral. I can apply, and it is a closed line as well, so I can apply the Stokes theorem. Sir, I will calculate del cross f dot ds, and then simply, sir, I would need the area of this. Job done. Radius is given already. Radius is given as 2. So job done. You will solve this question. Okay, so just solve it in a manner that it has come in the examination hall. So sir, what I saw was in the examination hall, sir, I got to know that, sir, f dot dl I am supposed to calculate for the closed line over a curve C. So sir, it will simply come out to be del cross f dot ds over the surface S. Sir, I am supposed to calculate del cross f. Del cross f, so that will come out to be I cap, j cap, k cap, I cap, j cap, k cap, del y del x, del y del y, del y del z, 100x, 100y, hundred x plus 100y minus 50x plus 200y, and then 0. Direction also I know, so plus k cap I am supposed to take. So actually it is del cross f only. So what is the answer of del cross f you are getting? Sir, when I solve this del cross f, what answer I will be getting? Sir, in I cap, what I will be getting? This will be 0, this will be 0. Minus j cap, sir, what I will be getting? This will be 0, this will also be 0. And sir, in k cap, what I will be getting? When I differentiate this, I will get minus 50. And sir, when I differentiate this, I get a minus 100. Okay, so minus 150k I am getting, sir. Minus 150k cap. Minus 150k cap. What will be my ds? Sir, ds will be, sir, I am moving in the xy direction. Dx dy in the direction of k cap. Okay, so what answer you will be getting? Let's remove this. Let's take it here. So when I solve it, sir, minus 150 I can take outside. Double integral I will do dx dy. And sir, this is simply representing the area. What is the area? Sir, minus 150 pi r square into pi r. What is the value of r? Square. So what is the answer? Minus 600 pi. You got the answer to be minus 600 pi. Now you are looking at the option. Minus 600 pi is not even in the option. Then you will start thinking that sir, I have. Then you, what you will do? Then you will again recheck the calculation. Again you will see that your answer is minus 600 pi only. Then you will think that, sir, I have studied vector calculus for so much time, sir. I studied calculus of real variable. Only 1 mark of question is coming. I am not getting the correct option. Then you will be thinking where I am going wrong. You are correct only. The question framing is wrong. This was MTA from the side of IIT. This came out to be MTA. There was an option E which they forgot to frame. So it is the shame on the question paper setter that they couldn't frame correct option for this particular question. It is a shame. Why is that so? Because a lot of good students would be thinking, sir, what we have done wrong. It was a very straightforward problem. Again and again they would be checking. They would be wasting their time. If you do a mistake, if you do a mistake in the examination, you lose minus 0.33 or minus 0.66 marks. If they do a mistake, they get 500 rupees. They get 500 rupees, because what you will do, you will challenge the question. If it is accepted, then you will get back the money although, but still sometimes they don't even accept the challenge even though they are wrong. So if they do the mistake, then they will get 500 rupees. If you do the mistake, you are rewarded with this particular thing. So it is the shame on the question paper setter that for this question he couldn't frame the correct option. And then we keep on talking about IIT, IIT, IIT. Okay, so like these questions are the example that you can understand how much they care about GATE examination. They say students are not coming into research, they are not doing masters. How much you care about GATE examination, that is understandable from this particular thing. That in 1 year you need to frame 65 questions. You get 1 year for framing 65 questions. You cannot even frame the correct option for this kind of question in one question paper. It's a utter shame, right? And as far as I know, it is from major branch, either from mechanical or civil. It is from major branch. There also you cannot frame good amount of question, good number of 65 question you cannot frame in 1 year. So utter shame, or directly it is an indication that they don't care. Okay, they don't care. Yeah, that's the scenario. Yeah, this question we have solved. This question I deliberately picked so that I could give this message that if you are getting this answer, no, then believe in yourself. Just remember that options might be wrong. 1 mark or 2 mark, whatever the marks of question is there, move ahead. Okay, don't waste your time. This is the message I wanted to give. Let's go to the next one. This question you need to solve. Line integral. Line integral where C is the semicircle in z equals to 0 plane, which starts from 0, 0 and ends at 1, 0, 0. So, sir, it is a closed line or open line? Semicircle they have told, no? Semicircle they have told. You are in a z equals to 0 plane, means you are in xy plane only. So I will make only xy plane. We'll start from 0, 0 and it will go to 1, 0, 0. So you start from 0, 0, 0 and go to 1, 0, 0 xy plane. Semicircle you need to take. Now they did not tell whether you need to move. C is the semicircle with start point, end point. They did not tell whether you move clockwise or anti-clockwise. Nothing they told. So most probably answer would be 0. If they are not telling, no, that clockwise, anti-clockwise, because if I move clockwise, my answer would be different. If I move anti-clockwise, then my answer would be different. If I move like this, like how the circle would be made, how the semicircle would be made. This could be also a semicircle. This could also be a semicircle. Now on this semicircle, I can walk like this. On this semicircle, I can walk like this as well. So different paths could be there, no? So higher chances, what are the higher chances? Higher chances is that the answer will come out to be 0 only. Very high chances are there, okay? But it is an open line integral only, okay? You will consider it as an open line integral only. Why open line integral only? Because they did not told that first of all, here they did not tell that it is a closed line integral, and secondly they said that on semicircle you are working on the semicircle, not on the straight line, not on this straight line. Like someone would say that, sir, what I would do is that I will join these 2 points, and sir, I will move somewhat like this, that I am moving from here to here, then from here to here as well. No, this is not the scenario, okay? This is your path C. Now if you read this question carefully, isn't it 2 r dot dr over the curve C? R dot dl, sorry, r dot dr also you can write down, r dot dl also you can write down. This is what you are supposed to calculate. Sir, here I will write down the equation of semicircle, I will solve the question. Yes, you will do all these things, but if I am smart enough, sir, r dot dl I am supposed to calculate. I know one thing, that del cross r is 0. Curl of your position vector is always 0. What does that mean? That this r is always a conservative field. R is always a conservative field. I am not applying the Stokes theorem. I am telling that R is a conservative field. Can I apply the Stokes theorem? No, it is a open line integral. Since it is an open line integral, you cannot apply the Stokes theorem. But I got to know one thing, that sir, R is a conservative field. So instead of moving over this curve C, what I will do, I will move over this curve C. I will move over this curve C2. What I am saying is that instead of moving on this curve C, which is r dot dl, twice of r dot dl, I will move on the curve C2. Is that feasible for you? Absolutely. Why it is feasible? Why it is feasible? Why it is correct? It is correct because it is conservative field. For a conservative field, you can move over any path. That means I need to go from 0, 0, 0 to 1, 0, 0. When I was moving over this curve, your x coordinate was also changing, y coordinate were also changing. But here I can see that only x coordinate is changing. So only dx is non-zero, rest all are 0 only. dy is also 0, dz is also 0. So what this could be treated as? 2x I cap plus 2y j cap plus 2z k cap. 2x I cap plus 2y j cap plus 2x I cap plus 2y j cap plus okay, this 2 I have already taken outside. No, so x I cap plus y j cap plus z k cap. X I cap plus y j cap plus z k cap dot dx I cap plus dy j cap plus dz k cap. dy j cap plus dz k cap, whatever it is, they will be 0 only. So what is the eventual answer you are getting? 2x dot dx with x going from 0 to 1. Answer is not coming out to be 0. Okay, answer is not coming out to be 0. Answer is actually coming out to be 1. But sir, answer is plus 1, minus 1. Where, see the semicircle in the point, plus 1, minus 1. No one can say, because what if someone would say that, sir, I will work from 1 to 0? Then his answer would be minus 1. Are you able to understand this point? Right? So in the examination, if I was a student, I would have put up a positive answer. That's it. But this question should have been challenged actually, because the path they did not give, right? They did not give the path. Answer is not coming out to be 0. If answer was 0, then whatever the path is there, I don't care. But it is not a closed line integral. If it was a closed line integral, then answer would have been 0. But it is an open line integral. You are starting from 0, 0, 0, 2. You are reaching at 1, 0, 0. You are not coming back. So here, sir, this integral would have been a bit difficult. Although I can solve it, but it would have been a bit of difficulty. I would have faced a bit of difficulty. I would have to write down the equations and all. What did I notice was, sir, it was nothing but R only. R dot dl it was. Then I knew one thing, that, sir, R is a conservative field because del cross R is 0. It is a conservative field. So instead of working on this path C, I will work on the path of C2. So working on the path of C2 is very easy. Why is that so? Because, sir, x dx directly I am getting with x going from 0 to 1. Okay, with x going from x I cap, y j cap, z k cap. Here I don't even write down. Here I don't even need to write down the equation of this sign, because it is very straightforward. dy dz would be 0. X dx I will be getting. I know that x is moving from 0 to 1. X is moving from 0 to 1. Job done. So answer is coming out to be 1. But again, this is a controversial question, because someone would say that, sir, not controversial. Answer would be 1 only. Why is that so? Because they have told no, that you need to go from 0, 0, 0 to 1, 0, 0. Like, this is the path you need to follow. This they have told no. Okay. When you read the question again and again, then you get to know that it is not controversial. You need to go from 0, 0, 0 to 1, 0, 0. You are not coming in this direction. You are not moving in this direction. You are moving in this direction only. Right? So the path that you will take, that will be in this direction only. C2 will also be in this direction only. So you are actually going from 0 to 1. Answer will be 1 only. Okay? Answer will actually be 1 only. I am sorry that I said that it will be controversial. No, it is not controversial. Someone would say that, sir, what if I would have worked like this? Still the answer would have been same. Why is that so? Because it is conservative field. So if you move through the path C3 or C4 or whatever it is, you only need to care about the starting and ending point. So starting and ending point. So similarly, you walk through the straight line, or you walk like this, or you walk downward, or you walk like this, it doesn't matter. Right? Only the starting and ending point. Understandable? So yeah, actually nothing controversial. Answer is straight 1 only. Okay? Yeah. Because the path is given, no? From 0, 0 to 0, 0, 0 to 1, 0, 0 you need to go. Okay, let's go to the next question. So this was an easy question which you could have solved very easily in the examination. Okay, let's go to the next one. Consider the vector field FR is given. The path C is given by RT cos T, I cap sin T, J cap T, K cap with T going from 0 to pi. Find out the value of integral. Sir, what kind of question it is? Sir, what this is? If I read the question, sir, FR dot dr I am supposed to calculate. Okay, sir, I am supposed to calculate FR dot dr. Sir, what is that FR dot dr? Sir, if I do FR dot dr, then FR is x I cap plus y j cap plus x I cap plus y j cap plus z k cap. And sir, you have told one thing, that in your Cartesian coordinate system, dr is nothing but dx I cap dy j cap plus dz k cap. Right? So sir, from here I am getting that x dx, y dy and z dz. Sir, this is what I am supposed to calculate over the path C. Now, sir, what is this path C? RT equals to cos T I cap sin T J cap T K cap. What is the meaning of this with T going from 0 to pi? T is going from 0 to pi, this they have said, and path they have mentioned in this manner, cos t I cap, sin t j cap, t k cap. What is the meaning of this? They have given the parametric equation. This is the parametric equation. Like basically position vector is defined as xt I cap, actually it is defined as xt as a function of t, yt j cap plus zt k cap. So they have given the parametric equation that your x is nothing but cos t, y is nothing but sin t, and z is nothing but t. Are you able to understand this point? So they have given the parametric equation, like we used to write down the parametric equation, no, x equals to t square, y equals to t, z equals to 3t square. So this parametric equation they have given. So you replace x as cos t, y as sin t, and z as t. So what will be your dx? What will be your dx? Dx will come out to be minus sin t dt. What will be your dy? Dy will come out to be cos t dt. And what will be your dz? Dz will come out to be dt only. That's it. And with t going from 0 to pi. So this is what you are supposed to do. In place of x, you need to put cos t and dx minus sin t. So cos t minus sin t. Cos t minus sin t dot dt. Y dy. Y dy. Sin t cos t dot dt. Sin t cos t dot dt. Z dz t dot dt. With t going from 0 to pi. With t going from 0 to pi. So minus cos t sin t cos t both get cancelled out. What is the answer you are getting? T square by 2. So answer is pi square by 2. Pi square by 2. Or you can solve it. Pi square by 2. If it will be roughly around 4.93 only. We don't need to solve. Just 4.93 is the answer. Okay. That's the answer that you are getting. Okay. You try solving this question. I will take a break and then I will come back. Path AB is formed in the quarter circle. It is given integration over the path AB. What you are supposed to calculate? You are supposed to calculate integration over this path AB. This is what you are supposed to calculate. So when you are moving from A to B, did they give the direction? Counterclockwise, yes, counterclockwise. When you are moving from A to B with the radius also they have mentioned unit radius. So when you are moving from A to B, what is changing? Sir, theta is changing. So in the direction of theta, how much do you move? So in the direction of theta, we move r d theta. And what is the value of r? The value of r is 1 only. What is the value of x? X will be 1 cos theta. X will be r cos theta. And what will be y? Y will be r sin theta. Right? So what will be dx? Dx will be minus sin theta cos theta. Minus sin theta d theta. And what will be dy? Dy will be cos theta d theta. And in the direction of theta, how much do you move? You move for d theta. So how I can replace it? So I can replace in this manner. X as why I need to find out dx dy. This I don't even need to find out. No. What I would do? In place of x, I will put cos theta. Because x is r cos theta. R is constant. Over this curve, r is constant, which is equals to 1. Y is r sin theta. R is 1 only. So sin theta. And in the direction of theta, how much do you move? R d theta. What is the value of r? The value of r is 1 only. The value of r is 1 only. That's it. This is what you are supposed to calculate. So what it will come out to be? And theta is going from, the limit of theta goes from 0 to pi by 2. Right? Limit of theta goes from 0 to pi by 2. Sin square theta plus cos square theta. Sin 2 theta d theta. Right? Sin square theta plus cos square theta plus 2 sin theta cos theta. So it will come out to be 1 plus sin 2 theta d theta. Right? So pi by 2 plus cos 2 theta divided by 2 from 0 to pi by 2. So it will come out to be 1 plus pi by 2. This is the answer that you will be getting. It was a straightforward question only, nothing difficult here. Okay, so just put pi by 2 here. So cos theta negative sign would also come, no? So put pi by 2 here, put 0 here, 1, pi by 2, 2 by 2, 1 plus pi by 2 is the answer that you are getting. Understandable? So this question you need to solve. X equals to r cos theta, y equals to r sin theta, value of r is 1. dl is r d theta, value of r is already 1, so dl equals to d theta. So just put the values and get the answer. Go to the next question. Try solving this one on your own. You will be surely able to do it. Okay, it is a good question, but think about it. Something good you already know about this particular question. What you need to do and all these things. Is it a open surface, closed surface? If it is a closed surface, can I apply something? Can I apply some theorem and all? Try doing it, you will be surely able to do it. Okay, let me take a break and then I will come back. गर्मी बहुत ज़्यादा हो रही है यार अभी, इसलिए I will have to take a break. Okay, let me take a break and I will come back. Yeah, welcome back. So did you solve this question? What you are supposed to calculate? You are supposed to calculate f dot ds, right? This is what you are supposed to calculate. Sir, when I read this question, no, sir, I will think I understood, but I couldn't understand anything about ds vector. What is this ds vector? Evaluated over inner outer surfaces of spherical shell by two concentric spheres with internal outer. Sir, I couldn't understand anything about these lines. This question is coming in my examination, sir. I got to know that I need to solve f dot ds. I couldn't understand anything about these lines. Will you drop this question then? You have studied vector calculus so much, and just because you are not understanding anything about f dot ds, will you be dropping it? Look, first of all, they are talking about spherical shell, so I am pretty much sure that it is closed surface integral, right? It is closed surface integral. Since it is closed surface integral, I know one thing, that this could be equated to del dot f dv. So first, at least try calculating del dot f, no? Who knows, something we might be getting. You have studied so much of vector calculus, you have studied so much of hours. One question of 2 marks is coming. Just because you are not able to understand ds, will you be dropping it in the examination hall? So my recommendation would be, don't drop questions like that. Try looking at it. Try calculating del dot f. Who knows, you might be getting something good out of it, right? You might be able to solve it. I will tell you the meaning of this question, but I'm just building up the temperament in you, that since you have spent so much of time on a particular topic, if a question is coming without even putting up the pen, without even doing my level best, I will not drop it in the examination hall. I will try to do something. Who knows, I might be able to solve. I know that it will be equated to del dot f dv. Del dot f I will try to calculate. Then let's see what happens. What is your vector field f? Sir, it is x I cap plus y j cap plus z k cap divided by x square plus y square plus z square to the power 3 by 2. This is your vector field f. Can I write down vector field f in this manner? Isn't it vector r divided by r cube? What is your r? R is nothing but x square plus y square plus z square to the power 1 by 2. This is your r, right? So to the power 1 by 2 to the power 3. So isn't it r cube? So your vector field f is r vector divided by r cube. So can I write it down in this manner? R to the power minus 3, r to the power minus 3, r vector. Now you should be able to calculate del dot f with ease. Okay, you should not be facing too much of difficulties. With ease you should be able to calculate. Sir, r to the power minus 3 will come outside. Del dot r plus, then del will say that I will deal with r to the power minus 3 and r vector dot r vector. So what you will be getting, sir, r to the power minus 3 multiply with del dot r, that would be 3, plus r to the power minus 3. So minus 3 comes outside. R to the power minus 4 r cap dot vector r. Now you know that r cap dot vector r, what it represents? It represents r only. So what you will be getting? 3 r to the power minus 3 minus 3 r to the power minus 3. What is the answer you are getting? 0. So del dot f you are getting, del dot f you are getting it to be 0 only. So from here, f dot ds, which is equated to del dot f dv, will be equals to 0 dot dv. Answer is 0 only. So without even understanding anything about the surface, I am able to solve the question. So del dot f is coming out to be 0. This answer will be 0 only. That's it. So if you would have dropped this question in the examination hall, then you will come back at your home and you will see that, sir, this question was very straightforward. You will be regretting a lot. So that's why you should not be dropping this kind of question in the examination hall. Are you able to understand this point? You give your level best, no? You got the answer without even understanding anything about the ds surface. Now what is the meaning of this ds surface? Sir, what do you mean by this ds surface? So the meaning of this ds surface is that you calculate two integral. First you calculate for the outer surface. If you read these lines, evaluated over the inner and outer surfaces of a spherical shell formed by two concentric spheres with origin as the center and internal and external radii of 1 and 2. So scenario is that there are two circles which are symmetric about origin in xyz. In xyz, one has a radius of 1 and other one has a radius of 2. and other one has a radius of 2. Those are the circles that we are having. Right, this is the radius of 1 and this is having a radius of 2, radius of 1 and radius of 2, and the outer surface that we are having, no, outer surface of both of them, over that you need to calculate the surface integration. That means they are asking that, let's just say this surface is S1 and this surface is S2. So what you do is that you calculate f dot ds for S1 and then you calculate it for S2 as well and then subtract it from S1. This is what they are asking you to calculate. F dot ds you are supposed to calculate. First you calculate it for S1, then you calculate it for S2. S1 minus S2 you do, that will be your answer. Is that understandable to you? Okay. So what will be, can I write it down again? It is a closed line integral, right? So it would be equated to del dot f dv for volume v1 minus del dot f dv for volume v2. Volume v1 minus volume v2, that means the volume which is left here. What is the volume left in between? What is the volume left in between? Volume v1 minus volume v2, like volume associated with this one will be v1, volume associated with this will be v2. So what is the volume in between? The volume in between del dot f, whatever the answer that you have got, whatever the answer that I will get here, and then here I am supposed to calculate v1 minus v2, v1 minus v2 dv. So what volume I am talking about? So del dot f, whatever that I have got, 4 by 3 pi r outer radius cube minus 4 by 3 pi r inner radius cube. So this answer multiply with 4 by 3 pi into 7. Right, 8 minus 1, 7. So let's just say if this was the question, the same question was there, but this time this was the vector field. So again you need to calculate the same question, f dot ds you need to calculate. Then you would know that, sir, my answer would be del dot f dv. What will be the del dot f this time? Del dot r will be 3 only. So 3 dv. And what is your dv this time? This time dv is that, sir, outer volume minus inner volume. Whatever the volume which is enclosed between them. What is the volume that is enclosed between them? This is the volume that they are talking about. So what volume is enclosed between them? So that would be nothing but 4 by 3 pi r cube outside, 2 cube minus 1 cube, 2 cube 8 minus 1 cube. So what is the answer? 4 pi into 7, 28 pi would have been the answer. So in the upcoming examination, the question can come somewhat like this. Okay, this time they will make sure that del dot r is not 0. Del dot f is not 0. So if it is not 0, then it is giving you a certain answer which is 3 only. So simply the volume they are asking in between, what will be that volume? 4 by 3 pi r1 cube minus r2 cube. That means 2 cube will be 8 minus 1 cube would be 7. So answer is coming out to be 4 pi into 7, 28 pi. That's the answer. Understandable? Let's go to the next question. Del cross u dot ds. What they are asking? Del cross u dot ds. Sir, if hemisphere is also there, no, then my job is done. Hemisphere is there. Hemisphere, you need to know about hemisphere. Yes, sir. X square plus y square plus z square equals to 1, z greater than 0. Yes, hemisphere is also there. Right? We have seen this kind of question, no? It is just a revision, nothing else. So what you know is that, sir, it could be replaced as u dot dl. Right? With the curve C would be what? Curve C would be, sir, nothing but x square plus y square equals to 1. Just the rim of the hemisphere. This will be your hemisphere, just the rim of this hemisphere in xy plane. So x square plus y square equals to 1. So u dot dl I am supposed to calculate. That's it. Okay. So on the curve, what is the value of z? The value of z is 0. So this term would be gone. Right? What you will be getting? You will be getting, sir, u dot dl I am supposed to calculate. So 1 by 3 will be outside. 1 by 3 will be outside. Minus y cube dx plus x cube dy over the curve C. On the curve C, I need to rotate. What on that curve, see, without even drawing the diagram, you would know what is the value of x, what is the value of y. Without even drawing the diagram, you already know what is the value of x and what is the value of y on this curve. X square plus y square equals to 1. So, sir, value of x is, if I calculate del dot f dot dv, will it be easier? I guess it would be easier. Look, this you can calculate on your own. You try doing it on your own. Okay. What you will do? X equals to r cos theta. What is the value of r? Value of r is 1 only. So, x equals to cos theta, y equals to sin theta. Right? And theta will go from where to where theta will move? Theta will move from 0 to 2 pi. Theta will move from 0 to 2 pi. From here, can you find out the value of dx? Yes, sir. The value of dx will come out to be minus sin theta d theta. And what is the value of dy? dy will come out to be cos theta d theta. So, 1 by 3 outside with theta going from 0 to 2 pi minus y cube. So, this will become minus sin cube theta. What is dx? Dx is sin theta d theta. So, this will become sin to the power 4 theta d theta. This will become sin to the power 4 theta d theta plus x cube. X cube is cos theta. dy is cos theta d theta. So, it will become cos to the power 4 theta d theta. Now, if you are smart enough, then you would know how to solve this particular integration. So, how to solve this integration? My target is to solve 1 by 3, 0 to 2 pi, sin to the power 4 theta, 0 to 2 pi, theta going from 0 to 2 pi, sin to the power 4 theta, cos to the power 4 theta, d theta. If you draw both of the graphs, this thing I have already told, sin to the power 4 theta, power is, sorry, this is the graph of cos to the power 4 theta, and this will be the graph of sin to the power 4 theta from 0 to 2 pi. So, you know that, sir, whatever the area that you will get from 0 to pi by 2, the same area you will get further as well. So, I can take 4 outside, it will become 4 by 3, 0 to pi by 2, whatever the area I get. Basically, I divided it into 4 area. So, 4 by pi by 2 into 4. So, 4 I have taken outside. Sin to the power 4 theta d theta plus 0 to pi by 2 cos to the power 4 theta d theta. Now, you also know one thing, that, sir, whatever the result this will give, this will also give the same result only. So, both of them will give the same result only. So, I can write it down as 8 by 3, 0 to pi by 2, sin to the power 4 theta d theta. Now, do you remember the formula for this? Sir, 8 by 3. What you need to do? Sir, downward, what I will do? Whatever that is written, 4, 2 subtract, then 0 will be coming, that I don't need to write down. Sir, 1 subtract from here, then another one you subtract. Then since it is even, then pi by 2. So, this formula we have already studied. What is the answer we are getting? 3 and 3 will get cancelled out. 8. Answer is coming out to be pi by 2 only. That's it. This is the answer. This is the answer. Right? So, what is the answer? Answer is pi by 2. Okay. This is the answer that you will be getting. Another method is also there. What is that method? The method is that you calculate for the surface S, you actually calculate del cross S dot ds. But this time, what is the surface? So, this time, sir, the surface is sphere, right? Because I told you, you can do it with respect to the projection of your surface of hemisphere. Projection of your surface of your hemisphere, what that would be? 2 methods I told you, no? 2 methods are there. So, what is the projection? So, projection will come out to be a disk x square plus y square less than equals to 1. So, this will be the projection. This will be my surface S. This will be my surface S. So, x equals to r cos theta, y equals to r sin theta, dx dy would be r dr d theta. So, when you solve it, first of all, here they did not write as a unit vector of the surface of the hemisphere the value of integral. They did not even write down that whether answer should be taken plus pi by 2 or minus pi by 2, because they did not tell whether I need to take the unit vector outside or inside. Like, basically, do I know the orientation? I don't know the orientation, right? So, how I took theta from 0 to 2 pi? I would have taken from 2 pi to 0 as well. So, by default, I will take the orientation in positive direction only. That means I would have taken plus k cap, right? Plus k cap should be my direction of a surface. Plus k cap means I need to work for anti-clockwise only. Okay. So, by default, you will take anti-clockwise. There is nothing mentioned about the direction of the surface. It should have been mentioned, although answer could be minus pi by 2 as well. They have mentioned the option to be minus pi by 2 as well. But nowhere it is mentioned n cap as the unit normal vector to the surface of the hemisphere. Yes, unit normal vector to the surface of the hemisphere. It could be inside as well, right? Why you have taken plus k cap only? Minus k cap is also possible. So both answers are actually possible. So this was not framed in a good manner, to be very honest. Yeah. So what I was saying, that here as well, what will be the direction of surface here I will take? I will take it outside. Like basically, what is the ds vector I am going to take? Ds vector I am going to take is dx dy k cap only. Although it should have been mentioned. Now del cross u, can you calculate? Del cross u. Del cross u, can you calculate? Del cross u over the surface I am calculating, right? Over this surface, over this surface. So over this surface, what is the value of z? Over this surface, the value of z is 0, sir. So what will be my del cross u? I cap, j cap, k cap. I cap, j cap, k cap. Del by del x, del by del y, del by del z. What is my function? My function is minus y cube, x cube, z cube. Minus y cube, x cube. This will be 0. Why it is 0? Because sir, over this surface, no, over this surface, the value of z is 0 only. So what you are getting here, if you do it with respect to I cap, 0. If you do it with respect to j cap, this will also be 0. If you do it with respect to k cap, you will get 3x square plus 3y square, right? So 3x square plus y square k cap. This is what you are getting. 3x square plus y square k cap dx dy k cap. So k cap dot k cap will be 1. So 3 goes outside. X square plus y square dx dy. Now let me know one thing. Can I put x square plus y square equals to 1? Can I put this as 1? No, you are moving on the surface. No, you are moving on the surface. On the surface, the value of x is r cos theta. On the surface, value of x is r sin theta. So x square plus y square will come out to be r square. X square plus y square will come out to be r square. Right? Don't do this kind of error. X square plus y square will come out to be r square, not 1. On the boundary, the value of x square plus y square equals to 1. But when you are moving on the surface, you know that x square plus y square would be equals to r square actually, not 1. On the boundary, on this line, the value of x square plus y square equals to 1. But when I am moving on the surface, the value of x is r cos theta, value of y is r sin theta. So here I will get r square. And what is dx dy? That is r dr d theta. And what is the limit of r? The limit of r will be from 0 to 1. And what is the limit of theta? Limit of theta is from 0 to 2 pi. So 3 r to the power 3, so it will become r to the power 4 by 4. So 3 by 4 into 2 pi. What is the answer you are getting? 3 pi by 2. 3 pi by 2. You are getting the answer to be 3 pi by 2. Okay, it was 1 by 3 also outside. Here 1 by 3 was also there, okay? 1 by 3 was also there. So divided by 3. So this will become x square plus y square only. Okay? This 3 will not come outside. Divided by 3 was also there. No, del cross u. What was the value of u? Value of u was minus y cube by 3, x cube by 3. So divided by 3 was also there. So what you are getting here, x square plus y square only. X square plus y square. This 3 will not come outside. So r cube by 4, r to the power 4 by 4. So it will become 1 by 4 into 2 pi. This will become 1 by 4 into 2 pi. 1 by 4 into 2 pi. So answer is pi by 2. So answer is pi by 2. This is the answer that you are getting. Answer is pi by 2. This is the answer that you are getting. We are getting the same answer only. So here, like this would have been a bit easier method, because if I have good enough practice, no, then without even doing del cross u directly, I can write down. I would know that, sir, on that surface my z will become 0. On this surface my z will become 0. So sir, this will simply become minus y cube by 3 I cap plus x cube by 3 j cap. So this kind of example I have seen again and again. Why I have seen it again and again? This is a function of x comma y. This is also a function of x comma y only. Right? So del cross u will not take me much time. Sir, it is not taking much time. This is coming out to be equals to r square as well. Dx dy r dr d theta with r going from 0 to 1, theta going from 0 to pi. That's it. Quickly I will be able to tell answer will be pi by 2. This is also a quicker method. This is also a quick method only. U dot dl you calculate over the rim. Rim is x square plus y square equals to 1. So over this surface I am needed to work. So on the surface the value of r is 1, which is fixed. So x equals to cos theta, y equals to sin theta, and the value of theta is going from 0 to 2 pi. Solve this, get the answer. Understandable? Okay, here just integral is used. Here without using the integral you will get the answer. Just let's do one thing, that we are keeping this aside. Just you would be able to understand the solution now. Okay, well and good. Let's go to the next question. This is a question. Okay, what you are supposed to calculate? Sir, from the curved surface, I am supposed to calculate B dot ds. B is mentioned. From the curved surface, sir. This time, sir, from the curved surface, I am supposed to calculate B dot ds. You have said that, sir, in the gate examination till this date, from the curved surface question have not come. But sir, this question have come. So this is what I am supposed to calculate. Sir, B is fine. I need to write down, sir, ds vector. I need to write down ds vector. How do I write down? Can you write down ds vector in this way? I told you in Cartesian coordinate system you can write down ds vector in this manner. Will that be fine? dy dz I cap plus dx dz j cap plus dx dy k cap. Is that fine? No, this is wrong. Why is that wrong? Because it is only valid for closed surface. Valid for closed surface. Closed surface. So you have to write down the ds vector in this way only. The ds cap. So ds cap you will have to find out the equation of this surface. First you find out the equation of this surface. First what you need the equation of this surface. Then through the equation of this surface you find out ds cap. Along with that you find out the ds magnitude as well. What you would do, z would come out to be a function of x comma y. Okay, z as a function of x comma y you find out. Then what you do is that you find out the ds that will come out to be 1 plus zx square. What will be your ds? From here, sir, what you do is that you find out ds. So ds will come out to be under root 1 plus zx square plus zy square dx dy. And then what you do, you find out ds cap. So how you find out ds cap? You calculate the function phi and take its gradient and find out its direction. What will be the function phi? Function phi would be nothing but z minus fx comma y. So do all this process. First of all, find out the function of x comma y as z. Sir, it is a cone. Sir, yes, I can find it out. But do you really think that you will do all this process for 1 mark in the examination? For 1 mark? That means there is something else involved. There is some technique involved for sure. Right? What I can do? Let's just say this is surface S. I call the downward surface, the base, the circle, the disc. I call this surface as S2. And the total surface I am calling as total closed surface. Total closed surface, I am calling that total closed surface as S3. Total closed surface as S3. I am calling this total closed surface as S3. So can you let me know one thing? That if I calculate the integral over the total closed surface S3, which will be B dot ds, that will be equivalent to the surface S, what they are asking. This is our required B dot ds plus the surface S1, which is the base. The surface S1, which is the base. B dot ds. If I calculate this and if I calculate this, then will I be able to get the answer of this one? Yes, sir. So what you thought that is that I will calculate two surface area integral. First of all, this will be closed surface, no? So I will calculate two surface integral and then I will find out the answer of this one for the curved one. Like we have solved for the curved one in this manner, no? This kind of a cylinder we have taken in the first quadrant. For the curved only we have calculated. So for finding out for the curved one, what you could have done is that first you find out for the whole volume. Like first you find out the closed line integral for the closed surface. Then you find it out for 4 other surfaces. This surface, upper surface, downward surface. So first what you do is that you find out for the whole surface. S1, S2, S3, S4, S5. All combined. What you can do? You can apply the divergence theorem. Del dot f dv. You find it out for the whole surface. Then subtract 4 surfaces from them. You will get the curved surface flux. What you need to find out now? You need to find out the flux through this upper surface S. But what I am going to do? I am going to find out the flux through the whole volume. Or I should not say volume, I should say through the whole closed surface. What I will do is that I will find out the flux through the whole closed surface. Then what I will do? I will find out the flux through this downward surface. And from there, I can get the flux through the surface S. This is the process that I am going to do. So what this would be equivalent to? What this would be equivalent to? So this would be equivalent to nothing but del dot b dv. Why is that so? Because sir, this will be a closed surface. So for the whole closed surface, I am finding out total flux outside. What is that total flux? What is the value of del dot B? From here, can you calculate the value of del dot B? So it would be 1 plus 1 minus 2. Value of del dot B is nothing but 0. Value of del dot B is nothing but 0. 0 dot dV is coming out to be 0 only. So this value is actually coming out to be 0. Within seconds, I will be able to understand that, sir, from the whole closed surface, the flux is 0. From the whole closed surface, the flux is 0, sir. Why it is 0? So del dot B is coming out to be 0 only. Now I will find out the flux through the downward surface. Through the downward surface. Through this downward surface, I will find out the flux. So now what is my target? I need to find out the flux through this downward surface, which is in the xy plane. Which is in the xy plane. In the xy plane, this surface is there, no? I need to find out the flux through this surface. Surface I am talking about. So this surface will be nothing but disk. Right? So what is this surface? This surface is nothing but S1. And what is the radius? Radius is 3. So radius is 3. Radius is 3. So on this surface, what is the value of x? Value of x will be r cos theta, not 3 cos theta. You are moving on the surface. So on the surface, the value of x is r cos theta. What is the value of y? Y is r sin theta. And what is the value of dx dy? That is nothing but r dr d theta. From where to where r is going? R is going from 0 to 3. And from where to where theta is going? Theta is going from 0 to 2 pi. There you go. Okay. So this is what we are supposed to calculate. So for S1, and not closed, for S1, we are supposed to calculate B dot ds. B dot ds. Okay. So this is your B dot ds. What is your B? X I cap plus y j cap minus 2z k cap. What will be your ds? So ds will be, since I am moving on the surface, I am moving in xy plane only. And the direction would be plus k cap or minus k cap, I don't care. Let's just say I take plus k cap. It would be actually minus k cap, right? Why is that so? Because it is the closed surface. No, so it is going downward. Closed surface. So direction has to be this way, no? Direction has to be this way. Closed surface it is. So direction has to be this way. So it would be minus k cap. It would be minus k cap. Now just let me know one thing. If you are on this surface, what is the value of z? You are moving on this surface. What is the value of z on this surface? Sir, on this surface, the value of z is 0. So this will be 0 only. Now do the dot product of all of them. I cap dot product with k cap 0. J cap dot product with k cap 0. 0 multiply with anything will be 0 only. What is the answer? 0. So answer for this is also coming out to be 0. That means what will be the answer for this one? 0 equals to your answer plus 0. So what is your answer? That is 0 only. So what is the answer? Answer will be 0. That's it. The total flux, what did I find out? For this particular vector field, the total flux passing through the whole closed surface. For this vector field, the total flux passing through the whole closed surface is 0. The flux passing through the downward surface is also 0. That means the flux passing through this curved surface will also be 0 only. No? Say yes or no. Understandable? Right? So in the examination, this is what they were expecting from your side. That you will see this question. For the closed surface, del dot B will come out to be 0. That means from the closed surface, 0 flux is passing. Now, sir, from the downward surface, if I find out, sir, in the downward surface, what will happen is that this will become 0. So my B will become x I cap plus y j cap only. And now, sir, what will be my surface area vector? So surface area vector will be in the k cap direction. So if you calculate B dot ds, then surface area vector and the vector field, they are perpendicular to each other. That means from the downward surface as well, there is 0 flux passing. So from the curved surface as well, the 0 flux will pass. So all these calculation, nothing they were expecting. This is how you need to write down the answer. Answer will be 0. This is what they were expecting in the examination only. That through the closed surface, you will get to know del dot B is 0. Through the closed surface, 0 is there. Then through the lower surface, you got to know that, sir, here as well, the 0 flux is passing because the vector field and the ds vector, they are coming out to be perpendicular because vector field is x I cap plus y j cap only and ds vector is in the k cap direction. 0 flux is passing. So through the upper surface as well, 0 flux will pass. That's the answer. Let's go to the last question of your vector calculus. This is the last question. It is not related with the integral calculus or anything. It is simple concept. What they are saying? The coordinate of point P is 20, 10. Now you have rotated it by 30 degree. then you are reaching at point Q. What will be the coordinate of this point? What will be the coordinate of this point Q? This is what you are supposed to find out. So what you can do? Can you find out this angle? Yes, sir. What will be this angle? So this angle will come out to be, this length is 20, this length is 20, and this length is 10. So what will be this angle? Let's just call this angle as theta 1. So sir, theta 1 will come out to be tan inverse 1 by 2. So what is the answer of tan inverse 1 by 2? You can solve it and get the answer of tan inverse 1 by 2. .56 degree. 26.56 degree. So this was the angle. Now you rotate it by 30 degrees. So how much is the total angle you have made? How much is this total angle you have made? So how much will be this total angle? How much will be this total angle? So let's call this angle as theta 2. So your theta 2 will be nothing but, this will be your theta 2. So let's call your theta 2. Your theta 2 will be nothing but 26.56 degree. It was the already angle, plus you have rotated by 30 degree more. So it will be 56.56 degree. So the scenario is that in the coordinate system, there is a point Q, which is making an angle of 56.56 degree, which is making an angle of theta 2 with x-axis, and it is making an angle of, rest of them it is making an angle with y-axis. So what are the coordinates? This is x and this is y. So what are the coordinates? This is what they are asking. Now let me know one thing. You are rotating this from P to Q, you have rotated. That means this length will become same only, no? This length will remain same only. Which length I am talking about? This length and this length. Both will be same only. Why they will be same? Because you are simply rotating, no? It's like a circle. It's like a circle of 30 degree. Right? So you are just rotating. So they will remain same. So what was this length? What was the length OP? What I am saying is that OP will be equals to OQ. OP length and OQ length will remain same only. What are those length? That will be under root 20 square plus 100 square. Under root 20 square plus 10 square, sorry. Under root 20 square plus 10 square. What that would be? Under root 500. Let's keep it under root 500 only. So this length is under root 500 only. So can you find out the coordinate x comma y? Yes sir, x will simply become under root 500 cos theta 2. What is the value of theta 2? That is 56.56. And what is the value of y? The value of y will be under root 500 sin theta 2. What will be sin theta 2? 56.56 degree. So cos 56.56 into under root 500. So 12.32. Here you are getting 12.32 degree, and here what you will be getting? Sin 56.56 sin into 500 under root. So 18.65. 18.65 or 66 you can write down. Why I am writing down degree? It is the coordinate. So coordinate of Q is coming out to be 12.32, 18.66. 12.32, 18.66. So a lot of time I have seen these kind of questions should be solved. If you are studying vector calculus for so long, no, then this much should click to you. That theta 1 is the angle tan inverse 1 by 2, then the angle theta 1 we have got, then 30 degree more you rotated, then total angle we have understood, and from there you got the coordinate of Q. Okay, yeah, that's it. This is the end of your vector calculus as well. Next, what we need to start? We will start a complex analysis. What we will start? Complex analysis. The name of the topic is complex analysis. It is not complex. Okay, only the name, complex analysis. And when it will be coming? So what is the date today? 14 July. Let's start it from 23rd July. Okay, let's start it from 23rd July. And within July only we will be able to complete complex analysis as well. Complete notes I will upload in the Telegram group for vector calculus with the name PrepFusion Slides Vector Calculus, PrepFusion Slides Vector Calculus, PrepFusion Printable Vector Calculus. Okay, so you can find the notes in the Telegram group. And if you are watching it after some time, like in a longer time, if you are watching, then complete engineering mathematics course together also I will upload. All the notes of complete engineering mathematics together also I will upload. But yeah, That's it. Okay then. Yeah. Thank you very much. Happy learning.